So how would you like to start your witchcraft practice in 2025? Even if you've been practicing for a while, what does your witchcraft practice look like in 2025? Have you thought about it? We're going to talk about that today. Before we dive in though, my name is Sandra. I'm the author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path. If you want to know more about Wicca and witchcraft, tarot, shadow work, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. If you want to know where to start your witchcraft practice in 2025, I do have a longer video. It's a 40-minute masterclass that will give you a blueprint for where to start, what we do, and how you can pace yourself along the way of learning over a 12-month period. That video is, you can get the link to that video in the description field below this video and also on my website, mysterywitchschool.com. It's on the homepage there, and you can also grab it on my freebies tab on my website as well. On my website, there's a number of different freebies, so you can go through and have a look and see which ones suit you. So how do you start your witchcraft practice in 2025? And if you are already practicing, maybe what do you want to focus on in 2025? What do you need to brush up on? What have you neglected? Whether you're new or whether you've been doing it a while, one of the key places to start is to look at energy work. Everything is energy, everything is vibrating. And we're working with energy all of the time. We are energy. And when we're feeling emotions, we're vibrating at a certain frequency of energy. And when we're wanting to change things in the world, like change our environment energetically, we're going to be working with transforming energy. So starting with energy, how much attention do you pay to energy if you've already been practicing for a while? And if you're brand new, start researching energy work just to learn about it. You don't necessarily have to become an energy healer or anything like that, but just get curious about energy and how energy works. One of the first things I teach in the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy, which is my 12-month course on Wicca and witchcraft, is energy work. Grounding, drawing the energy up through your spine from the ground into your body, so that you're not using your own energy to do things. You're actually drawing in energy from the universal energy field to give you that energy, and then shaping that energy through your intention, through your imagination, through your thoughts, and through your feelings into whatever it is that you're wanting. What can you do with energy? Well, you can influence the vibe around you when you walk into a room by doing energy work. You can use color, you can work with the elements, you can work with emotions, feelings, visualization to change the energy in a room. So if you maybe work in a workspace that might be a bit hostile, you can bring more peace into that workplace. You could bring more joy into that workplace, more compassion into that workplace. And if you're working with the elements, you could work with the elements to change the dominating elemental energy by working with the opposite elemental energy. So if the workplace is very angry and aggressive, you can bring in water energy to water it down. There's so many things you can do with energy. So just start getting curious about energy, start learning to work with energy, learn grounding, learn how to draw the energy up through the ground, through your tree roots. The tree breathing or cord breathing is where you imagine that you have tree roots or cords coming out from your spine, and they go down into the ground, and as you draw in your in-breath, you're drawing that energy up through the ground, up through your spine and into your body, and there's all other different things you can do with it. So that's one of the very first things I teach when people join the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. The other thing to focus on in 2025, because we're still going through a lot of weird stuff astrologically, there's a lot of change. Pluto's just gone into Aquarius now for the next 20 years. We've had a complete change there. There's a lot of crazy things going on in the world, which, you know, there always has been. But we see more of it nowadays because of social media. Think about your mindset. Where is your mindset right now? How do you feel inside yourself, with yourself? Are your thoughts and your assumptions and your beliefs and your ideologies helping you, giving you a better life, making you feel happier, bringing more joy into your life? how do you think about yourself and the world? And if there's anything there that feels like it's just not right, it's not working for you, then you have the opportunity nowadays to change it. We have so much knowledge now about how the subconscious mind works that if you're finding that there's self-doubt there, or there's a lot of anger there, or there's a lot of frustration there, you can actually do some work to find out what's causing that, what the thoughts and beliefs are, and work around these things so that you can bring more joy and more of the good vibration into your life, even when the world is going crazy around you. Because magic is about creating your own reality after all. And we have to remember that our mindset is a big part of how we create our own reality and how we perceive the reality around us. When we change the way we think and feel about ourselves, our perception changes too. We see different things. We come into contact with different people and different situations than we would if we were thinking a different way. So there's a lot to magic, there's a lot to energy, and there's a lot to vibration, and the mind magic plays a big role in that. So investigate shadow work. Have a look at it, find out what it is. You don't necessarily need to start there, especially if you're just wanting to start a witchcraft practice in 2025. Shadow work is probably not the best place to start, but it's something to become interested in. For others who have been practicing for a while, then shadow work could be very much the thing that you focus on in 2025. Another thing to focus on in 2025 is technology. How can technology be your friend in your practice in 2025? And I know that a lot of people don't like online communities like Facebook because it can get very, very annoying. Facebook, it can get you get a lot of people on there arguing on Facebook. But finding groups that aren't so much like that, finding groups of people who are of like mind in some ways on online communities, learning online, using online courses, for example, for your training and for meeting other people. In the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy, we meet twice a month over Zoom from all over the world to connect and to talk and to do moon rituals. So there's so much you can do online these days. And the energy is still there. We can still feel the energy when we're doing ritual, when we're doing guided meditations. Even though we're in various different places throughout the world, we actually feel the energy, and we actually feel almost as if we are in the same room when we're actually in the ritual itself. So online communities, especially ones where you can see people face to face and talk over like Zoom, is a great thing to access in 2025 because we are in the age of technology now. Pluto has gone into Aquarius, we're in the age of Aquarius, so technology is going to be there whether we like it or not. Having said that, the next thing is connecting more with nature. So while we've got the tech side, we've also got going back to nature side and connecting to nature and learning from nature. Tuning into nature and what your personal relationship with nature is, not what the next person's relationship with nature is, not what you're being told is your relationship with nature and what it should be, but what is your relationship with nature? How do you understand nature? How do you live to nature? How are you connecting to the natural world and Mother Nature and the way nature intends things to be? What are your thoughts and beliefs about things? And do they connect with nature? Is it something that nature supports? Really asking yourself these questions, because we're being hounded all of the time externally about what the planet wants and what the planet needs and what people are and what people aren't, and there's all of these things that we're often bombarded with. But what's important is to understand what nature is for you and what your connection to Mother Earth and the planet is on that spiritual level, and that can be a very personal thing. So you do that by going out into nature. You do that by meditating in nature, doing your energy work in nature, and feeling that connection to the animals, to the trees, and the way that nature works, and understanding that you too are part of nature. You're a biological being, and as a biological being, there are things about you that are in accordance with the way that nature has created you, and that the animals, all the plants have different functions, and understanding that aspect. And at harm none, pertains to yourself too. Your own joy, your own health first. It needs to come first before anything else. If you don't have your health, it's very, very difficult to do a lot because you're too distracted by the discomforts going on in your body. So when it comes to health, put yourself first and connect again with nature. What is the natural way to do things when it comes to human health and human biology? So things to focus on in 2025, because these topics are going to be coming up in 2025. The next thing is having a daily practice. Now, I teach this in the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy as well. I have a short course that you can get by itself. It's only 15 Australian dollars. It's called The Ultimate Guide to Starting a Wiccan Practice That Works, and it gives you, over a 5-day period, new things to put into your daily practice. So it starts you off with these are the things to have in a daily practice. It's also a part of the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy, and I am very big on daily practices because turning up for yourself every day is exactly that. It's showing yourself compassion. It's showing yourself that you care about yourself, connecting to spirit, connecting to deity, connecting to nature on a daily basis is self-care. It really is an aspect of self-care, because this is where you get to meditate. This is where you get to do your energy work. This is where you get to learn things, to ponder, to journal, to do your magic and intention setting, to do things for yourself. And lastly, magic. What's your relationship to magic? What do you love about magic? What is it that draws you to magic? And what kind of magic are you drawn to? If you're new to the craft, just start reading about magic, looking at all the different types of magic out there. Candle magic, working with herbs, working with crystals, working with sigils. Usually at the beginning of teaching magic, this is the way I was taught, and it's the way that I teach in the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy, is to start with candle magic, working with the herbs, working with those simple things, because candles don't necessarily have to be a big expense, and herbs you can also get from the supermarket. So these are ways that you can work with magic to connect with the energy of magic using tools that are quite simple, such as candles and herbs. So investigate magic, have a look at all of the different spells and things that are online. You've probably already got some books about magic. The world of magic is beautiful. There's some beautiful things about magic, and even though with law of attraction and law of assumption, yes, you can just rely on your imagination, and that's just as powerful. Working with tools like candles, herbs, and making things is a way that we bring our creativity into the magic, and the way that we can bring our emotions more into the magic, which can make that magic so much more powerful. So learn what you can about magic, and don't be afraid to try a spell or two. If you are trying a spell for the first time, try to make it something that is kind of something you could achieve, maybe even if you didn't do a spell, so that you can get your confidence up, rather than trying to do a spell to win the lotto or something like that, because that's a much more difficult thing to achieve. And I think if it wasn't so difficult, there'd be a lot more wealthy witches running around than there are. So try something that is achievable and work your way up to doing things that are a little bit more long-term and maybe more complicated to achieve. If you've been doing magic for a while, then have a look at how you do your magic and whether your magic is working the way you want it to work for you. Are there things that you can change and tweak? I have a free PDF called the Spellcaster Checklist. It's on my website. It's also in the description field below this video. That gives you tips about magic as well, so you might want to check that one out too while you're looking at the free stuff. Now, if you do want to learn Wicca and Witchcraft with me, I do have the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. It takes you right from the very beginning, and it guides you through month by month all of the different things to learn and to explore as you go through your first year of the craft. And there's a couple of second year things in there too. This course also comes with the daily practice, because there's daily practices each month that change each month, so that's an important part of the work. And I also have another course that's a part of the Mystery Witch School 101 course now as a bonus, called The Witch's Guide to Magick, and that course is totally on magic, and there's heaps of spells in that course. The spells focus on the 4 key areas of love and romance, money, wealth, success, health and well-being, as well as protection magic and defense magic. And there's heaps of spells, and it goes through each of the different types of spells and explains what the differences are and why you may be struggling with one type of spell. Like maybe you struggle with love spells, but you're great at money magic. Why that is. So there's a lot of good stuff in that. So the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy is quite a big course now, because it's not just the 12-month course. There's also these other courses in there too that give you a lot to do and a lot of resources if you're just starting out on the craft. So do take a look at the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy to get started in 2025. Now, if you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I will see you on the next video. Blessed be.